everyone, and welcome to my channel, ABYPA Crafts. This is Angie, and I was asked to do a tutorial on Little White Hearts by Alyssa, and I will show you all the supplies that you need. First of all, you need a sweater. I usually get mine from the Goodwill. I pay about 49 cents for them, so I don't pay too much. You'll need some cotton fabric or a lightweight fabric for the back, and you'll need, well, you don't have to have it, but for me this is the best thing I have found for writing on fabric. And then you just take a little damp cloth and it'll wipe right off. It is a water soluble pen. You can get these at Walmart or your local craft store. I also used some fabric glue. I did sew them on using a machine, but this is for your backs. You will need some wire. This one happens to be 30 gauge wire I have, but you can use a little bit thicker wire. Some fiber fill, scissors, some embellishments, buttons, beads, lace, ribbon. I can't think of anything else, but if there's something else, jewelry, chains, anything like that will work. So first of all, what I did was cut apart my sweater, and what you're looking for is something that has a variety of patterns. This one just has one pattern, but just by simply moving the pattern of the heart different directions, it gives it a lot of variety. You can download a pattern off of the internet or create your own, and that's what I have done. You want to make at least 3 to 4 variation of sizes, even more if you like. So what I've done is I've made 3 different sizes. But before I go any further, I just wanted to say the wreath that I have that was in my but my first video, I no longer have that wreath. I gave it away. But this is how you make it. She wanted to know how you made these and how you put them on a wreath. But this is what I did. I just took pieces of the sweater and made my patterns out onto the cotton fabric, and then I placed it directly onto the front. So this is the back side, and I placed my patterns in various directions, this way, sideways, however, and then I sewed the whole way around it, leaving no openings, just the whole way around it. Then I went ahead and this is what it looks like. Went ahead and cut it out around, and when you cut these out, make sure you're not getting too close to your seam. And then what I do in the back is just make a little slit. This one I didn't catch very well, but I just make a little slit, turn it around, and then stuff it with some fiber fill. And the thickness of how much ever you want in, that would be up to you. Some I like thick, some I don't do too thick, because if you're layering, you don't want to have too much bulk on them. And once I go ahead and fill them, this is what I have. This one, the way I turned it on the sweater actually made a variation of a different pattern. So what I did was then just took a piece of the fabric from the back, and some people were very particular about their back, so I had just cut out a little heart and wrote on the back of it to cover up that hole, and I just used the fabric glue, and I placed my wire through the fabric alongside of it. And then once that dries, you have you can do this to all your hearts, but what you want to do is, this is the wreath that I have right now. You want to decide where the placement, what kind of placement you want on your wreath. So that will determine a lot of where you place your wire. So if you wanted it to go at an angle, you may want to place it from up, so that it's going to go around. So what I would do is just take this wreath, take this part, excuse me, place it on the wreath, and then just take my wire and secure it, tie it off in the back. You want to make sure that once you do that, you, excuse me, oops, turn the wire in so that it's not going to be left out to scratch any doors or walls. So just take it around and tuck it in, and then tighten that up again so there's nothing sticking out. And the way I embellish mine is, a lot of times if you try to embellish them and maybe you embellished over here and then you want something, maybe you end up covering it up. So it's just easy to put a little hot glue on it and, you know, place some beads on it, some buttons, just a variety of little items you can place on them. I have even taken some where I've wrote on, I didn't use the sweater, I actually used just the cotton fabric, and then just begin to place your hearts where you want them. You can embellish them as you go, and then once you get to the top part, if you have some where you don't want to use the wire in the back, you can secure them with hot glue. A real hot temp gun is what I would suggest. But that is how I did it, just moving them in and out. If you have any questions about the tutorial, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.